Hi, this is Josh with Resort TV 1, and today we're sharing our Walt Disney World tips with you. These are the things you need to know before you go to Walt Disney World. We hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you haven't already done so. Also, be sure to leave us a like and a comment as it really helps the videos. And finally, be sure to follow us on social media. We're Resort TV 1 on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. This video will focus mainly on the Magic Kingdom park, but many of these tips apply to the other parks as well. So, let's get started. First of all, let's talk about how to get to Walt Disney World. Many people arrive by car, and there are many great ways to get to Walt Disney World, but be sure to check out the Western Way that comes off of State Road 429. This avoids some of the Orlando traffic. You can also get to Walt Disney World from a Magical Express bus from the Orlando International Airport, or an Uber, taxi, etc. Disney's Magical Express offers free transportation from the Orlando International Airport to Walt Disney World for all Walt Disney World Resort guests. You can get to the parks by car, by Disney bus if you're staying at a Disney resort, or by monorail or boat if you're staying in select Disney resorts. We'll cover transportation in more detail in another video. If you arrive by car, you'll have to pay to park unless you're a Disney resort guest. Disney resort guests get free parking everywhere at Walt Disney World. Certain annual pass tiers also get free parking at the parks. Parking is $25 per day for all other guests, and your parking ticket is good all day at all 4 parks. Also, another great tip is to avoid arriving at the park between the hours of 10 and noon. Parking gets really crazy, the lines get backed up. We're here around 11 a.m. on a slow day, and still parking is backed up. During the holidays it gets much worse. Disney also offers preferred parking for an additional fee. However, preferred parking is usually not worth the money because it's much more expensive, and many times the parking isn't that much closer. The lines at security are also the longest between the hours of 10 and noon each day, and this can stretch all the way to 1 p.m. on some really crowded days. And here's one of our best tips that we always tell everyone. Buy your tickets online. Do not wait in these long ticket lines because you're wasting your valuable park time standing in line buying tickets, and these lines move very slowly. So you can buy your tickets online at disneyworld.com. They also have phone numbers you can call. You can also book your resort stays as well. Here are some of the pricing options, but find out more about the pricing on disneyworld.com. That's where you'll find the most up-to-date information at all times because pricing does change frequently. Disney will then mail the Magic Bands or tickets to you, and you can go straight to the front gate of the park when you arrive. And if you've never been to the Magic Kingdom before, it's one of the few parks where the parking is actually not adjacent to the park itself. So you have to take a monorail or a ferry boat to get to the park from the parking lot. And the monorail and ferry boat are usually busiest from 10 a.m. to noon, just like some of the other things we discussed. Another great tip is that if you take the bus from a Disney resort to the Magic Kingdom, you actually skip the transportation and ticket center here, and so therefore they drop you off right in front of the Magic Kingdom itself, so that does save some time. However, I would recommend riding both the monorail and the ferry boat at some point during your vacation because they are very scenic and a great way to just relax and unwind. And as I mentioned, both routes are very scenic. This is the express monorail to the Magic Kingdom, and as you can see it goes right by Disney's Wilderness Lodge and over Bay Lake here, and then it eventually goes right into the Contemporary Resort, which is just beautiful. And be sure to have those cameras ready as you approach the Magic Kingdom on the monorail because you get great views of Cinderella Castle as well as the train station. You can also scope out the park entry lines and see which ones are the shortest. So there's another great tip. Be sure to look for the shortest admission line when you get into the Magic Kingdom. That sounds like a no-brainer, but a lot of people go ahead and just line up for the longest line without even checking to see if there are any other shorter lines, and that can save you actually a few minutes. And we're back at the Transportation and Ticket Center for just a minute to show you the ferry boat. This is the other option from Magic Kingdom parking to the park itself. The ferry boat takes a lot more people than the monorail. However, it does take a bit longer due to docking and unloading procedures. But the ferry boat is a great option, and it's beautiful like on a day like today, where you've got sunny skies and you get great views of the Seven Seas Lagoon as well as the Magic Kingdom resorts here. And of course you also get a great view of the Magic Kingdom as you come in, and some great photo opportunities as well. You can also see the resort bus areas over there to the right, so that's where if you ride the bus from one of the Walt Disney World resorts, you'll end up over there right in front of Space Mountain, and of course you'll walk to the main entrance just to the left. And as I mentioned before, be sure to look for the shortest line as you're entering the Magic Kingdom. You can see here very clearly that some of the lines are longer than others. It's not a huge difference in lines today, but definitely during the busier seasons it can be a huge difference if you don't pay attention to how long the lines are. And many people love to get pictures in front of the Magic Kingdom train station and the Mickey floral arrangement here. However, this is busiest in the morning and it's less crowded generally in the afternoon if you want to come back later. And once you pass under the train station and into the town square here, it's a great time to pick a place to meet if you do become separated throughout the day. Of course, cell phones are great, but they don't always work or people don't always check them, so it's great to have a place to meet just in case the family becomes separated. And many people simply bypass the town square and Main Street USA on their way to visit some of the more popular attractions. However, there's lots of great entertainment to enjoy here on Main Street USA, so be sure to take time to enjoy that as well. So now that we're on Main Street USA, let's talk about a plan for the day. It's actually best, as I alluded to earlier, to arrive early for rope drop at the Magic Kingdom, which is generally around 9 a.m. So you'd need to arrive around 8 a.m. to be sure you're in the park before rope drop happens. And that way you'll avoid a lot of the lines for transportation, security, and even parking. Then, once the park opens at 9 a.m., be sure to have a plan for which attractions you're going to ride first, and that way you can get those done as quickly as possible before the crowds get too heavy. Then, it's best to eat an early lunch to avoid the lunchtime crowds. After lunch, if you would like to do some of the less busy attractions that we'll cover later in the video, that's a good time to do that. And then after the less busy attractions, sometime in the afternoon when everyone gets a little bit tired, it's a great idea to go back to the resort, maybe swim in the pool, maybe just take a nap or just take a little bit of a rest. Then come back to the park later in the evening when it's a little bit cooler, especially in the summer. You'll be thankful for that, and you should be rested enough to stay until park closing. Another great tip is to find out of the way, less crowded areas like this one here on Main Street USA. This is actually called Center Street because it's in the center of Main Street USA, and it's a great little alcove, as I call it, to stay out of the way of the crowds and just relax and maybe even have a seat and enjoy a snack. So look for these little out-of-the-way places. Even during the holiday season, you can get out of the crowd in a place like this. And be sure you pick up a times guide when you enter the park, or check the My Disney Experience app to find out show times for great shows like this one, Mickey's Royal Friendship Fair. And another great tip is to take time to enjoy the beauty of the parks. All the Disney parks have their own unique beauty and magic, and a lot of times guests simply don't take the time to enjoy the beauty because they're too busy rushing to the next attraction. So you'll have a much more relaxing and much less stressful vacation if you take the time to enjoy the beauty of the parks. So now we're on our way into Tomorrowland, and let's take this opportunity to talk about Fast Passes. Fast Passes allow you to skip the regular queue for some attractions and have a much shorter wait time. It would be more like a 10 or 15 minute wait as opposed to maybe an hour or 2 hour wait. So Fast Passes are definitely really important to planning your trip to Walt Disney World. And the first thing you'll want to do is download the My Disney Experience app from your app store. With this app, you can plan your Fast Passes ahead, 30 days for regular guests, 60 days ahead for resort guests, or 90 days ahead for select resort guests. Another way to get Fast Passes is at these Fast Pass Plus kiosks located throughout the parks. The only issue with this method is that many of the most popular attractions will be gone by the time you get to the park on the day of your arrival. So the best bet is to just use this as a backup plan. And you can go up to these kiosks and scan your card or Magic Band, and you can see what attractions are available to get a Fast Pass. You can also check current attraction wait times on monitors like this one located throughout the parks next to these Guest Experience Team kiosks, or you can check attraction wait times in the My Disney Experience app. and there are several of these FastPass Plus kiosk locations throughout all of the parks. Here in Tomorrowland there are actually 2 locations. This one's over by Buzz Lightyear. Additional locations are in Frontierland, Fantasyland, Storybook Circus, as well as Adventureland. Check your guide maps for other locations. So for many attractions, such as Buzz Lightyear here, it's best to get a fast pass and not wait in a long line like this. However, there are also many attractions at Walt Disney World that have little or no wait throughout the entire day. One of those attractions is the Carousel of Progress. This is one of Walt's original ideas. It's a great relaxing ride to just escape the heat of the day. And if you've watched our channel before, you'll know that the Tomorrowland Transit Authority People Mover is my favorite attraction, and it usually doesn't have a very long wait time, usually 10 to 15 minutes at the max and sometimes less, and it's a relaxing way to ride around Tomorrowland, and everyone can enjoy it because there are no height requirements. Another great attraction with low wait time is Mickey's PhilharMagic. This is a great 3D movie with Mickey and all of his friends, and even on crowded days the wait times usually don't get too long. In fact, today, right in the middle of the afternoon, the wait time is only 10 minutes. Another great attraction with little or no wait time is the Liberty Bell Riverboat. This amazing and relaxing boat ride goes all the way around the rivers of America and around Tom Sawyer Island, and it's open till about 7 p.m. most nights. And you can see you get a beautiful view from the boat, again of the rivers of America and of Tom Sawyer Island. And Tom Sawyer Island itself is another attraction with little or no wait time most of the time, and it's a great place to explore and kids love it. Another great attraction with low wait times is the Hall of Presidents. This is a great historical look at the presidents throughout the history of the United States of America. And another great one is the Country Bear Jamboree. This is a really fun show with all your favorite country bears singing and dancing to really catchy tunes, and it's a great way to spend some time and cool off in the afternoon. And you can see now it's only 4 minutes till the next show. Another one is the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse. This is a great place to explore, kids love it, you get to climb around and just look at different exhibits, and if you've seen the movie, it's very authentic to the movie itself. So definitely check out the Swiss Family Robinson Treehouse. And of course there are lots of attractions with low wait times that you can enjoy just about any time throughout the day, so leave a comment with your favorite one. The Walt Disney World Railroad is usually a great one to enjoy, however right now it's down for refurbishment due to the Tron construction. And that leads me to my next great tip. Be sure to check online before your trip for attractions that are closed for refurbishment. Just do a Google search for closed Disney World attractions and you'll find which attractions are closed and for how long. This can definitely affect your plans, and you can also prepare your kids if one of their favorite rides will not be open. Right now, the Tomorrowland Speedway and the Walt Disney World Railroad are both closed for refurbishment. Now, let's talk about the dining options available at Walt Disney World. There are several quick service restaurants throughout Walt Disney World, and these are the most popular with guests due to pricing as well as being much faster than a table service restaurant. However, food prices are fairly high, even at quick service restaurants, so be prepared for that. But Disney does offer dining plans for Walt Disney World Resort guests. There are numerous articles online detailing the pros and cons of the dining plans and the available tiers of these plans. However, the bottom line is that whether or not these plans will save your family money depends on which plan you get, how much your family eats, and how expensive the items are that you get with each meal. Also, there are times during the year where you can book a Walt Disney World Resort reservation and get free dining plans for every guest in your party. Obviously, this is a huge money saver and is highly recommended if you can visit during the times when this is offered. Be sure to check online by searching for free Disney dining plans and the year that you're visiting. These reservations do fill up quickly though. Also, another tip is that mobile ordering is available at many quick service restaurants throughout Walt Disney World. You can order and pay for your food through the My Disney Experience app, and you'll get to skip the regular line and come to a window like this to get your order when the app sends a notification that it's ready. It's a huge time saver. And one final tip is that many attractions like Pirates of the Caribbean that are normally extremely crowded in the middle of the afternoon often slow down quite a bit later in the evening. Pirates can be a walk-on in the last hour or two that the park is open. Many other popular attractions work this way as well. And again, remember to slow down and enjoy the beauty of these amazing parks. We hope this video has been useful to you as you plan your trip to Walt Disney World. I know this video focused mostly on Magic Kingdom, but these tips apply to all 4 parks, and we will do additional videos to cover more details about the other parks in the future. Please leave us a comment and let us know if you have any other tips that you think would be useful to others as they plan their trips to Walt Disney World. Also, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you haven't already done so to be notified every time we go live or have a new video here on Resort TV 1. Also, be sure to follow us on social media. We're Resort TV 1 on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Also, we go live every Friday night at 6 p.m. and some surprise streams throughout the week, so be sure those notifications are on so that you know when we go live, and this helps with post-Disney depression as well. Sometimes when you come back from the parks, you're depressed that you can't go back for a while, but Jenna and I will bring you to the parks virtually every Friday at 6 p.m. as well as some other times. Also, be sure to check out our sponsors, MickeyBlog.com and MickeyTravels.com for the best in free Disney vacation planning advice. Go to MickeyTravels.com to book your next trip. Also, be sure to check out WindowRepairParts.us and use the coupon code ResortTV1 for 20% off your purchase at WindowRepairParts.us. So for now, have a great big beautiful tomorrow. Bye-bye. Now that you've finished watching this video, be sure that you're subscribed so that you can get all of the latest updates. Also, check out some other great videos on our channel. Have a great big beautiful tomorrow. Bye-bye.